Hi boys and girls, Grandpa Chris here. Hope you're all well. Today I had the absolute pleasure of meeting up at Diva Springs with Mark Osbourne and Darren The Dazzler Rolls, two of the Canby crew. You all know the saga of my shoulder and the problems I had with the hospital and everything. Throughout this, Mark has been an immense support to me. In spite of going through personal tragedies and traumas with his dear wife Frances, who sadly passed away quite recently. You will see footage of the conversation between Mark and I as we meet up, and I think in context it's quite important that I keep this particular bit of footage in, just to show what an immense guy Mark is, and also his explanation as to the good that it has done him as well, whilst going through the traumas and the tragedy of watching his wife suffering. Apparently I presented him an opportunity for a bit of a distraction, and it's helped him just as much as it has helped me. So I've included the footage. It is quite raw, it is quite emotional, but I think in context it's very important. Late on in the video we also meet a young man called Jack, a 13-year-old who is learning and being taught the art of fly fishing by a very dear friend of mine, known her for many years, Jenny, who is renowned across the whole country as being one of the finest fly cast instructors, with the most comprehensive education, not just about the flies and everything like that, but teaching entomology, teaching watercraft. Jack is 13 years of age. So,
hello baby, hello.
I've been joined by a fan.
Hello. You're gorgeous.
So yeah, I'm duty bound under the Child Protection Act to seek permission from Jack's mother to include the footage that I took of Jack, and she has very graciously agreed. So yeah, Jack taught us all how to fish today. He had 6 fish out in a little under 2 hours, and he is a very special young man. Absolute credit to himself, to his mum and his dad. And as for Jenny, I just absolutely love her to bits, and it was great to see her after quite a long time away from each other. So I hope you enjoy the video. There's plenty of action in this today. You see quite a few fish being caught, lots of fun being had. So sit back and enjoy the video. Please hit that like button, and if you haven't already done so, I'd be very happy if you would subscribe to my channel. So, tight lines boys and girls, see you soon. So boys and girls, quite early on in the conversation, we're in the car park and we're met by Peter Cockwill, who's the resident flycast instructor at Diva. The legend. He's got one of the driest senses of humour I've seen outside the Sahara Desert. And the three-way conversation, you will hear one or two expressions which in context I've decided to leave in the video today. They're designed to be humorous, they're not designed to offend in any way, shape or form. So I hope you take them on face value, and I hope it puts the same smile on your face as it did on mine whilst I'm standing there listening to Mark and Peter. So good morning boys and girls, Grandpa Chris here. Just pulled through the gates here at Diva Springs down in Hampshire. Come down for a day, chance to meet Mark and Darren, the part of the Canby crew. Just going past Willow, there's a little bit of surface weed showing. The water's pretty calm. But I think it's going to be such a beautiful morning this morning. An absolutely enchanting place. And got to the curb,
Handbrake on, neutral, engine off.
Come on, brother.
You made it last. How are you? I'm good.
Gift from Scotland.
Well, Scotland, is it running around with 3 legs?
Darren,
Thank you.
Chris, Darren.
Good morning, Darren.
Darren, Mark, Chris, Mark. Oh, you alright?
I'm very, very well indeed.
Good,
I'm all the
good.
better for meeting this guy.
Oh, yeah.
You know the story.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Without this gentleman,
Yeah, okay, he's right.
I don't know that I would have mentally coped with the last 14, 16 months.
Yeah, he told
But
me.
what he never ever told me, right until maybe the last 4 or 5 weeks, was the trauma that he himself was going through.
Oh, yeah.
To have the heart to look after me remotely.
Yeah, but I've only known him for how long? How long did the drive take? 3 hours? No. So the thing is, what you don't realise, Chris,
Yeah.
through me helping you,
Yeah.
help me. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yep.
do. You do that because you're.
Yeah.
It was a sideline for me. All that. Don't get me wrong. What my wife went through was horrendous, but it took my mind. The only thing that took my mind off of the problems was fishing.
Yeah.
Watching YouTube fishing videos.
Yeah.
And, well, I'm pumping my wife full of bloody painkillers and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So although I was helping you,
Yeah.
it was more than helping me, Chris. It really was. Anyway, it's bloody good to meet you. Finally.
Finally.
Right, let's go on blank.
You ain't gonna blank today.
What do you reckon?
You ain't gonna blank today, because if pulling stuff doesn't work straight away,
Yeah.
then you get on to indicators under bungs.
Yeah, we said that, didn't we?
I've tied some for you guys to try.
Oh, it's hard to fly.
Um,
That's a point. Yeah, I've got an Ali McCoist for you too. Would you like barbed or barbless?
Hey,
I only ever fish barbless.
You do?
Yeah.
Of course, I forgot.
Yeah. That's the latest one by Andy.
And I went there and he said to me, oh, I've not been able to get any fish. But there's plenty of big browns in there, plenty of
It's the
blues.
Princess Marissa Ray.
Yeah, it's pretty, isn't it?
My God,
It's
does
a
it
bit too
cast?
pretty for you, really.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll be pushing this across the other side of the lake. If I can cast it, God knows what'll happen when you pick it up later. Right.
I've got to go and do a lesson this morning, then I'll be back lunchtime-ish, so I'll check up on you then, see what you're doing.
Oh
Yeah.
God, we better bloody behave, Chris.
We had, hadn't we? We had. Any tips? What do you
Fly in
think?
the water.
Fly in the water?
And don't go too deep.
Yeah,
Seriously, don't.
yeah.
Don't
I was,
fish big heavy-leaded things, unless you're stalking.
yeah.
But you're not going to get the light
Yeah.
for that for a bit.
I was watching Richard Lindsay a couple of weeks ago down here, and he got set up. I've put on intermediate with a floating or a buoyant leech pattern,
Yeah,
and he was getting hit after hit after hit.
yeah. I mean, guys fishing
Ridiculous.
little flies on a floating line have
Yeah.
done really well.
Yeah.
But nobody
Okay.
does that. And we've even had fish put on dries recently.
Good Lord.
Yeah,
And I've just gone for a kick-ass damsel.
yeah, that'll
That'll
work.
do you well. That'll do you well. That'll do you very, very well.
Many your skill, it shouldn't really be a problem.
Yeah, well, I'm going to set up an intermediate as well and be really lazy.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Morning, you alright? Yeah, nice to see you again.
yeah.
Lovely day, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, Darren was fast off the mark, didn't he?
No. Yeah, Zipper with
Let's
it.
fish together as a 3-ball, we think. So he's off. He's his own man, isn't he? With Darren. He's already down on the point.
Lovable, isn't
Darren,
He
right.
really is
Do
lovable.
you know how I met him? Facebook, one of the Canvey Island pages.
Yeah.
There's a solitary fishing tackle shop on Canvey, and it's called Phil's Tackle. And it's a tiny, tiny little shop. And I used to say to him, Phil, you get loads of people coming in here. I said, am I the only trout fisherman on the island? He said, got no idea, Mark. And on one of the Canvey Facebook pages, there was a post there. I've just come back from trout fishing. I've got far too many trout. Is anyone interested? So I was on him straight away, and we met 2 days later, and then a week later we were fishing. Of course, he's as stupid as I am. I think I've got the edge on him, but we just got on. And see, the thing is, with us fishermen, I think it's the same with any sport. You've got to be able to talk bollocks. If you can talk proper bollocks about a sport, you're going to get on.
Right.
In my opinion.
That's where I fail.
So all
I can't talk proper bollocks.
all those features I've done, all them books, just utter bollocks then.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, I'm enjoying that load of bollocks that you sold me.
Do you want me to do a forward for you? A forward on bollocks?
Well, yeah. I mean, I am going to write another book. And I said to my wife, I'm going to do another one. She said, oh, yeah. I said, this is going to be called Girls I've Known. And she said, oh, what, just a page then? Charming she is.
Yes. Yes.
No, he's a good lad. You've known Darren a while though, haven't you?
Yeah, not a long time to be perfectly honest, no. But just sort of, he's a bit like you. You instantly make friends with him.
Yeah.
And you can't fail to make friends.
Yeah.
He's just lovable.
He's a good bloke.
Yeah.
He is.
Well, what happened between you and I then? So, whilst Mark is finishing tying up his rod, I'm going to go and take a little walk down towards Spring Lake. 9'6", 7 weight, the Marissa Ray. I put an intermediate line on this morning with one of Richard Lindsay's buoyant leech patterns. Very similar conditions to what we fished in 3 weeks ago, when this was the only really successful method. Richard had pull after pull after pull. It was, the water was absolutely flat calm, there was not a ripple to it, and the fish only seemed to want to come up to that. The idea of the intermediate line is to get the line to go just below the surface, and out of sight, out of mind. It's a transparent line. Doing a little bit of feeding over there. It's private ground, otherwise I'd love to go and actually have a little walk over there and see what he was doing, have a chat. But it's a private area, and I won't transgress onto private areas without invitation. Ooh, looks like he's tried to slide the tractor into the lake. So I'm going to start here. This is the gate swim. I can see some movement out there. Put my bag down. I'm going to open the net up straight away. And so this is what Richard Lindsay was using last week to great success. It's basically, it's like a mini snake, but one of the hooks has been removed. Big heron just coming across, squawking away in the background. bow wave, and fish on. Yes, lovely start to the day. That was a great follow. That's a lovely way to start the day. And the first one of the day. And we have a rainbow of maybe 4 pounds, maybe a little bit more. So I'll be back in a second. So there we are, boys and girls. First fish of the day and the third cast of the day. Beautiful rainbow. So unhook myself from my fly line and get the stringer out. In through the gill, out through the mouth, into the slot, and peg him in. And let's put him in the water to keep him cool. And let's have a bit of a tidy up. One nil. Third cast.
You had one already?
Yeah. Fabulous bow wave all behind me, and he's about 4 pound. He came right the way across. Big bow wave, bang. So I've moved up onto willow now. The weed growth in spring is quite close to the surface, so it wasn't really working with the intermediate line. I had the one fish. I'm going to persist with it here for a little while. I may go back up and get the 5 weight out. And put a floating line on that. So I am finding the 7 weight a little bit heavy. This is the swim from which Richard had all of his fish a fortnight ago on this very method. And I have a fish on. This fish on. So it shows that Richard was sort of fairly spot on with the method. So about 25-30 yards out.
You do know you can go off people, Chris. I find it very easy to go off people. To me, to you.
He has other ideas.
He does.
I knew I brought you along for something.
Net boy.
And thank you very, very much indeed, sir.
You're welcome. Don't do it again.
I intend to do it at least twice more.
Right.
Okay, so with the help of my new best friend, we have another one in there that's about 3.5 pound. So there we are. It is about 3, just a little, maybe just a little under 3. Beautifully gillied by Mark, truly appreciated. And
Good for something then.
And this again was the straggle that I caught it on. It's a cut down snake.
Right, okay.
The second hook has been removed,
Yep.
and it's a very, very buoyant material.
Okay. Are you under a bung? You're not, are you?
No, and going out, basically the intermittent line is taking the line itself below the surface so the
Right.
fish can't see it,
Yeah.
and this is just basically going
Yeah.
like that.
Okay.
So if you can find yourself something fairly buoyant, if not, have a look in the bag there.
No, I'm fine.
And I'm going to put mine on the,
I've just got to connect.
yeah. Let's get this. I wish I'd invented these.
Gosh, you'd have a few bob.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you very much indeed. So, number 2, again, through the gill, out through the gob, in there, flip it into place, slide it down, and here we are. 2 fish to a little over 10 pound total weight. So, thank you, Diva. Thank you, Mark, for netting it. And back out we go. And there's a little bit of a sort of hook in the chicken wire there, which I keep catching onto, and that's shortened the cast considerably. I can edit that bit out. And pull. Just a little bit of a tweak there. And I think I got a fish on. No, I didn't have a fish on, I had the bottom on. That was the best pull of the day so far. Yeah, that was a lovely pull, but unfortunately it didn't have any scales and it didn't have any fins. So I've had a little change. I've gone over onto the 5 weight now with a floating line, and I'm going to just kit it out with a little stalking bug, because just underneath here I can see some decent browns just bobbing around, but I haven't got my net with me, so I need to go and do that, get my net, and then come back and see what I can do. So, on a Martin Williams copper and gold, literally 6 inches off the bank, I have a little fish of about 3.5 to 4 pounds. There we go. So, there you go, boys and girls. Literally on the dangle right in front of my nose. So there we go, boys and girls. It's the stalking bug right there in his top jaw. Just couldn't resist that. Could not resist that at all. And I'm going to need the forceps. There we go. Fish number 3 already. I don't know if you can see that, but that's exactly where I took the fish from. Where one's gone out, there's now 3 there. And loads of little fry. And another one. There's 4 in there now. Just lined up in the inflow. It's just down there is the actual inflow. And the water comes through the channel and comes out through there, and they're all just lined up in there. The one at the front is probably a 5 pound fish. So yeah, I'm going to go and just let Darren know that they're all there, and pick up my bits that have fallen out of my pocket, and just let him see whether he wants to come down and have a little dangle.
Did you have a good drive down?
Yeah, easy.
Did you stop at Fleet for breakfast?
Yeah, stopped at Fleet and had a bit of breakfast. And yeah, I've got a bacon bap coming in.
Yeah, so have I.
About half an hour.
Yeah, me too.
But by that stage you should have caught your limit in this corner.
Oh, he says, putting the kiss of death on
Listen,
me.
just there you got the inlet, and there was 5 of them lined up after I'd already pulled one out. And it's just literally a case of on his nose, bob it, bob it, bob it, and they're snaffling it.
I've seen videos of this corner. Got it? Thank you, sir.
Right. Okay, so if you come and stand here and just look there, you'll see there's a whole line of them. Okay, so stick that in front of that first one. That's about a 5 pounder. And a little bit further. I'll get out of your way. And say all you're doing is just bobby bobby bobbing. That's the one behind it will have that. That's it. Let it go down to him. You're still above him. You've seen it.
Now he's turned away.
He'll come back.
Come on, baby.
He's seen it, he's interested in it, that's for sure.
He's come right up to it then.
Alright, there's still 3 or 4 more a little bit further back, including a nice brown that's just coming towards you. That's not far off him. A little bit further out.
He's not interested.
I got one of the new little squirmy wormy type patterns that I've tied, trying to see if they're interested in it.
I bought a few of those in Scotland. They're alien things. He doesn't want to know. I looked in there. Just going through it.
Right. So I'll leave that one with you. Have a little play. I'm just going to go around the corner and put this under a bung. I'm amazed because, yeah, let it go down a little bit further. May just be above his eye line. Can't fish in there.
Yeah, put the line down there.
Can't fish in there. So, just had a lovely bacon roll. I think it was about 5 slices of bacon in it. Rather generous by anybody's standards. And a little sip of Tennessee honey. And now I'm going to just have a little wander around. I've got one fish left on my ticket. Let's have a look at the blues. Some of the fish coming on, these are next year's fish coming on. And then just feast your eyes on that. Just feast your eyes on that. Mixture in there of blues, rainbows, some Spartics. Oh yeah. They think I'm going to be throwing some pellets in there for them. There's another one of the stock ponds. Some very big fish in there. These are all going to be stocked this year. Some big rudd in there, some very big rainbows. Hopefully you can see it. Maybe that's a better angle. They're all going in this year, in the quite near future, I would imagine. Some big browns. That's a huge brown down there. That's got to be 15 to 20 pound. And some of the rainbows in there are massive. And there's an eel. Can you see the eel down there by the end of my rod? Size of some of those browns. Look at that blue. My goodness me. It's always sad to see dead fish in a stock pond. So anyway, let's go. I saw this one just sitting there, doggo, and I brought in the lure. He's quite a big fish, but I think he's been hooked at some stage. He's been foul hooked at some stage. He's got a mark on his side. I think he's just died. I think he's just died on me. Oh, I tell you what, that's close to being a double. That's very close to being a double. What a beautiful fish. So there you go, guys and boys. A beautiful fish, 7-8 pound. And that's the stalking bug that I caught him on. So he's got a little bit of a mark on him there. And he's actually quite a heavy fish. There you go. Okay. So that's number 4. So I shall put him with the others and take a walk up to the car. And all he said was nice. So I don't need my hat for the photograph.
Ready? Nice. Hold him out a bit, it'll look bigger. There you go. Beautiful.
I've got 8-foot long arms now.
Yeah. Excellent.
Lovely jubbly.
I'll bring them over to you.
Thank you. You can get them all if you want to. Whee!
Oh, he's still going, isn't he?
Yeah. Once he's in the icebox, he'll be.
Yeah, we're done. Got my shadow on him. Let's do. I'll go from there. There. Lovely.
I'm not going to shake your hands.
No,
just
no,
yet.
no, no. I'll ping him over to you.
Yeah. Alright, let's get him in the wash this evening anyway.
So I'm going to try and catch some fish.
Yeah, as I say, they look. The guy who's just gone over where we were doubling.
Yeah.
He's just let one go at long range, took off the surface. The bloke over there next to me, he's playing one.
Yeah.
Right. And I saw another one snatching up in the corner. I think they might be thinking about sort of coming back on the feed again.
Oh, I might leave me. I like me leave my daddy on for a bit longer then before I swap over.
Yeah, say that last one was with the same stalking bug that I gave you.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Very nice. Well done, young man.
It's
On the end of mine are all, it's a hot jig, it's traditional river fry. I know, I always focus on the
Jenny's done brilliantly.
traditional river fry. I'm sorry, we didn't use any of your flies in the end. I've got them in my pocket.
Frame them, take them home.
Look.
Yeah,
Love it.
I've just pulled out a near double.
Have you, from the main lake?
From just over there
Well, I think-
on one of the stalking bugs. Just bob, bang. He's £8,
Well, I think
10,
Jack's
something
got
like
his
that.
3 already, so I
Yeah.
think what we're going to do is maybe see if we can buy another ticket.
Yeah.
And then
So-
maybe we have a go. Is this harder, this lake? Yes.
Um,
Although nobody seems to be catching.
I thought the other lake was harder.
Oh, okay.
yeah. Spring is definitely an early morning, and then they have a
okay.
tendency to go down. Here they're starting to come on. I've just had one off of there. Another guy's just landed one over there. There was another one snatched here. There was one snatched there, all in the last 15-20 minutes. So yeah,
What, do we weigh them here, Chris? How does it work?
over here, Jen.
Wow, how heavy was that one?
That's £8.10.
Wow. Do we put it in here to it?
Yeah.
Right, that one is...
Oh, it's bigger than we thought. 4.5.
Yeah, very nice. And then you just enter the details on here with your name, which lake you caught them from.
What was the lake we were on?
You
Willow.
the furthest one is Spring.
Oh, we were on the next one.
Yeah,
I didn't know there
not
was
this one, the
another
next one. Spring. This is Willow, the other one's Spring.
Spring.
Okay,
Oh, look at that, Jack.
Yeah.
How big is that?
8.10.
Oh, that's a monster. Was that from here?
Yeah.
That's a huge fish.
Roughly where the guy was standing there, the next peg over, where you see the bench.
Yeah.
I was actually casting a stalking bug out, and the lights opened up the water for me, and he was sitting there 5 feet out. So I just gone bang, 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 and he's taken it, and I'm thinking, where are you going?
Yeah.
You have to hold on tight to get one. Right, that's awesome. Right, so what was
So-
the other one? Which one did you weigh, Jack? The first
The
one?
one on the left.
That one?
Yeah, that's about 3. The other's about 3.
Yeah. No, the big one was 4.5. Ready?
This one's clapping you. Look.
3.25.
Yeah, this one's clapping you.
Oh, yeah.
Hey? He's
It
already.
takes some killing these big fish.
He's been given the last rites 3 times.
Well done, sir.
Crushing.
I think I would have done it.
You know, I don't even know if this thing is actually recording.
Oh, I hope not, after what we just been saying.
Yes, it is recording.
Don't get in there.
I've had £20 cod and pollock in there.
As a postscript, I'd like to say a huge thank you to Stuart and the team at Diva. Diva is just one of the most immaculate and best kept fisheries anywhere in the country, described as being manicured like a golf course. Thank you very much indeed for the beautiful breakfast that we had, for the welcome that we had, and just being at Diva is just an absolute pleasure. For all of those fishermen who think that it's a bit expensive, you just got to look at the quality of the fish, the quality of the surroundings, the welcome that you get. You have the opportunity of landing big double-figure fish, fishing in one of the world's most beautiful and most renowned fisheries. So thank you, Stuart, thank you Team Diva for just making my day. And for making young Jack's day. He had a fabulous time. So I'm looking forward to seeing you again very, very soon. Tight lines.
So boys and girls, Grandpa Chris heading out. I've had an absolutely brilliant day here at Diva. I've managed 4 wonderful fish, including a near double. I've had the chance to meet up with a very, very dear friend from years ago, Jenny, the casting instructor. Oh, I love that girl so much. She had a pupil today, young Jack, who you'll see in the video, who has shown all of us up to date. He had 6 fish in an hour, respectable and responsible young man. I feel privileged to have met him. He's 13 years of age, and I think he's just an absolute credit to his mum and dad. Mark and Darren will be right behind me in the next couple of minutes. Sadly, neither of them touched a fish today.